What up, what up, what up, what up? Peace to the planet. What's going on, people? How y'all doing today? Hope y'all had a great week. It's Saturday, 1:07 in the morning. I'm doing this video kind of late, but more or less though. Hope everything is well. This is Food for Thoughts, Food Service YouTube, Recipe 11. You know what I always say before I know most likely y'all asleep now. So before anything, like I always say, pop this in, but it is what it is. More or less though, into other things, man. Nipsey situation, man. Man, we still mourning over this situation, man. This thing has hit the country rather, not even the United States. I'm saying the country, because how this man was laboring and just doing the work that he was doing, quietly on the behalf of his community, I think is what really, traumatized us as people is learning what was going on behind the scenes after his death. Man, it was just profound, Man, it was just a beautiful thing, to see and witness a lot of the things that he was just doing, man. Sad that he went, such a young early age, man. So much work he's done, but so much more was to be done. He was on the way to just, doing monumental things, man. Unfortunately, this roach, you know, um, want to take him off the set and think that, there ain't gonna be no consequences. Speaking of roach, I'd have to say the man that's representing that roach, to me, honestly, sad to say, but he's a roach too. The fact that you want to represent this dude after killing Nipsey right in front of his store, like, bro, the utterly disrespect on that on that is just like on so many levels. Like, yo, it's like a spit in the face. But anyway, this is the same lawyer that was going against O.J. Simpson back in his case. So I guess it makes sense, But anyway, the funeral, man, it was such a beautiful thing to see brothers, red and blue, coming together for one cause on the behalf of Nipsey, man. It was just a beautiful thing to see. You know, this is something Nipsey had wanted, and he was on the works with that. So, I hope you brothers can come to an understanding and know that, I know whatever y'all been going through all these years, and the reason y'all been going through with these colors is like, me personally never understood it. But at the end of the day, like I always say, one thing about it is like, you guys are fighting over a color, but I look at it in a bigger aspect. I'm like, yo, what does you fighting for a color have to do with the basic facts of life as far as living? You fighting for that color does not feed your family. You fighting for that color does not put food on your table or pay your rent. You fighting for that color doesn't, put money in your pocket. Me personally, it doesn't make sense. But to each his own. I don't want to disrespect nobody and what their beliefs are. And, that's your thing, that's your thing. But I feel it's a greater cause if you brothers would come together, and break bread together. Make your environments a little bit more safer. Because the key, is to, be able to help your brothers, not take them down just because they're on the opposite side. But I know it's not easy. This is years and years of, programming. One thing Nipsey was in the works of doing that with him and Roc Nation, Jay-Z, had plans on going to see the police commissioner of Los Angeles. But, unfortunately, before that could ever transpire, You know, he was taken out by this cockroach. But anyway, I hope you brothers could come to an understanding and just, if you will love Nipsey like you say you love him, I hope you guys could come to an understanding and just have a sit down in a way that we can go about things. Instead of taking each other out. That would be a beautiful thing to witness. In other news, man, this one right here kind of disturbed me because you are Haitian, and being that you're Haitian, I look upon that because you're a young brother that's winning, you doing your thing. But what you did was utterly disrespectful. Brother, young Kodak, I'm talking to you. Not only was it a sign of disrespect, but you've definitely put yourself in the midst of the fire. You're playing with dangerous lines here. So me personally, I would advise you. The same way you did it on the computer, you need to make another one and explaining yourself, and most of all, making a full-blown apology for Nipsey, to Nipsey's grandmother, to Nipsey's mother, to Nipsey's father, his brother, his sisters, his cousins, aunts, uncles, nephews, nieces, his kids, and ask for forgiveness. You were totally in the wrong. This man ain't been in the grave 6 days, and you making passes at this man's wife. You playing with fire, man, especially at the fact that you live on that side of town. I wouldn't advise it. So if you were smart, I'd advise you to make that apology, man. A real man can know when he's wrong and make an apology. There's nothing wrong with that. You understand, my brother? So I need you to come forward and definitely address this issue, because I would hate for, something to happen to you, man. I don't want to wish it upon you, but man, you brought this upon yourself. So with all due respect, I hope that you could come to an understanding and just man up to your wrong, But more or less though, that's pretty much it. You know what I always say, it's a war going on outside, people. No man is safe, no woman is safe, no children is safe. Hug your loved ones. And every chance you get, tell them you love them. Please say your prayers. Thank God that you got up today. Thank God he's able to acknowledge you and you acknowledge him. Say your prayers, teach your kids how to say their prayers, and be grateful. Be definitely grateful. So, as I always say, man, keep God first, everything follows. That's the food thought of the day. Keep God first, everything else follows. You already know. This your boy, Food Service, signing out. You already. Peace. Chill.